You will spend approximately 26 years of your life asleep. You will remember almost none of it. And science has only recently begun to understand what is actually happening during those 26 years. What it has found is not restful, it is not peaceful, and it raises questions about consciousness, identity, and what you actually are when nobody, including you, is watching. Let's start with what we know. When you fall asleep, your brain does not power down. It becomes more active in some regions than during waking hours. The moment you cross into sleep, your brain begins generating electrical waves, slow, rhythmic, sweeping pulses that travel across the entire cortex simultaneously. These waves are so powerful and so coordinated that nothing like them exists in the waking brain. Scientists have been measuring these waves for nearly a century. They still don't fully understand what they're for. Now let's talk about REM sleep. Approximately 90 minutes after you fall asleep, your brain enters a state called rapid eye movement sleep. Your eyes move behind your closed lids. Your body becomes paralyzed, every voluntary muscle locked, unable to move, and your brain becomes almost indistinguishable from the waking state. Almost. During REM sleep, your brain is running a full simulation, a world, complete with physics, other people, narrative, emotion, sensory experience. You are inside this simulation. You believe it completely. You have no idea it isn't real. We call this dreaming. The part we don't talk about enough is the paralysis. Your body paralyzes itself during REM sleep deliberately, specifically to stop you acting out your dreams. The mechanism that does this occasionally malfunctions. When it does, a condition called REM sleep behavior disorder, people physically act out their dreams. They punch, kick, shout, get up and move around, all while completely unconscious and inside the dream. The body knew the dream was real enough to act on. The paralysis exists because without it, you would. Now let's talk about what sleep deprivation actually does. After 17 hours without sleep, your cognitive function is equivalent to a blood alcohol level of 0.05, legally impaired in most countries. After 24 hours, 0.10, drunk. After 11 days, the world record for sleep deprivation, the subject experienced hallucinations, paranoia, and cognitive collapse so severe it resembled acute psychosis. No human has stayed awake longer than 11 days, not because nobody tried, because the brain forces sleep. It will take it, one way or another. Microsleeps, involuntary sleep episodes lasting between 1 and 30 seconds, begin after approximately 16 hours of waking. You don't feel them. You don't know they're happening. Your eyes may be open. You may appear awake. You are not awake. You are briefly, without consent, asleep. Now let's talk about dreams. The average person has between 3 and 6 dreams per night. Most are forgotten within minutes of waking. In a lifetime, you will have experienced approximately 100,000 dreams, entire worlds, complete narratives, vivid emotional experiences, and remember perhaps a few hundred of them. 100,000 worlds, almost all of them gone. Nobody knows why we dream. This is not a gap in the popular understanding. It is a gap in the scientific one. The leading theories include memory consolidation, emotional processing, threat simulation, and random neural noise that the brain retrospectively assembles into narrative. Random noise that your brain turns into a story every night. Now let's talk about the thing that happens between sleep and waking. Some people, when falling asleep or waking up, experience a state called sleep paralysis. They are conscious, they can think, observe, and in some cases feel terror, but they cannot move. Their body is still paralyzed by the REM mechanism, but their mind has woken up inside it. In this state, trapped in a conscious but paralyzed body, many people report the same experience across different cultures, different centuries, different continents, a presence in the room, a figure, dark, heavy, sometimes sitting on the chest. For centuries, this experience was explained as demons, as supernatural visitation, as evidence of the unseen world pressing against the edges of ours. The scientific explanation, a combination of the paralysis, hypnagogic hallucinations, and the brain's threat detection system misfiring in a half-conscious state, is well established. It does not make the experience less terrifying. Now let's talk about what you actually are when you sleep. The you that reads this, the you that thinks and plans and experiences, the you that calls itself I. Where does it go? During deep dreamless sleep, there is no narrative, no self, no experience of being anyone. The brain runs its processes, the body maintains itself. But the continuous thread of conscious experience, the thing that feels like you, is simply not there. And then you wake up and it's back, and you assume it's the same one. Is it? The question of whether the person who falls asleep and the person who wakes up are the same person, not just physically but experientially, is one of the oldest questions in philosophy. Sleep answers it differently every night, and every morning you wake up and assume continuity. You always have. You may always be wrong.